Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mr. C, and today I'm joined with Mrs. C, my wife.
Hi guys.
So, today we're going to be playing a new pack that just came out, FTB Academy, and it's designed for teaching you how to play modded Minecraft. I'm going to swap over here, and we'll get into it in-game here. Here we go. Alright, so looks like we got a screen here that's just kind of telling you what your interface looks like. This mod pack has lots of quests to help teach you how to play. To open them, click the button in the top left corner. Oh, okay, I see. So you can click that button up there. You see it up there?
Top left. Oh, top left. Okay.
Yeah, see it's got a little outline. Yeah, so go ahead and click it.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, maybe it doesn't actually click.
Yeah, I didn't want to open it, but I just didn't want to tell you, so.
Oh. So, I guess we need to click the kind of like the arrow all the way over to the right.
The one that says 1 out of 45? Oh, no, that arrow. I saw that.
Yeah.
The quest menu?
Yep. So it should say most quests are invisible until they are unlocked. Left click on a quest to open it. Okay.
Which one?
So we just keep going through. I think these are just, this is just like a little tutorial on how to access the quests.
Oh.
So then we hit the next button. So you can hover over a quest to see its name and a short description of it. Pretty self-explanatory there. If you mouse over it, you get a little description. So when the quest is open, you could read the quest text, which often has much more information. So when you click on it, you can read more about it and what to do for the quest.
Okay.
Some quests have a link to the guide, which explains how things work, instead of just what to do.
Which one are you reading?
I'm on 4 out of 10.
Oh, okay. Let me go back again.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so you did you read all 4?
Yes.
Yes. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and hit next then. So once you finish a quest, then you'll be able to click that little it should be a green check mark. And you'll get your reward.
Next.
Yep. So when a quest is complete, it'll unlock the line to the next set of quests.
I see. Oh, cool.
Right, cool. So next, once you've completed the school, several more chapters will be unlocked. So the school, so from my understanding, is like the beginning of this mod pack. It's kind of like a school. So it's going to teach you how to do a few of the mods. And then after that, then it's just like it lets you loose. So you do whatever you want. It's a kitchen sink pack. So, you know, everything including the kitchen sink.
Okay.
So it's got like everything.
Okay.
So next, some chapters may have subchapters, which you can open by hovering over the main chapter and then clicking the subchapter from the drop-down. Oh, that's new. Not all chapters have subchapters.
Next.
You can pin quests to make them stay on the side of the screen when playing. How? How do you pin it? Oh, okay, I see the little golden pin.
There's a pin over there. Yeah.
Okay. You can click this button to pin. Yes, please tutor me. You should teach me how to play. Quest pinning. Oh, that's kind of cool. So when you pin it, it stays over there just beneath your map.
Oh, I see.
Alright, so exit tutorial. Yes.
Okay. Woo!
Alright. Why do I not see you? Where are you?
I don't know. I'm in front of the welcome to feed the Beast Academy.
Oh, maybe we each get our own little section.
What am I supposed to do?
So in your inventory, you have a quest book and a guidebook.
Yes.
Go ahead and right click with your quest book. So
I just said,
learn how quests work.
so click on it.
Yep.
Okay.
So, no, yes. Okay, so up there in the top left, under tasks, the little check mark, go ahead and click that. Because I accidentally closed out of it, so I didn't get to read
Okay.
it.
Oh, oops. Let me read.
Okay, I'll let you read. Read it out loud for me.
Resetting the school. So in case you get stuck somehow, you can use the reset school button to generate a new school and restart the quest.
And where's that button
Which
at?
was the it's the arrow, you know, the kind of like the recycling arrow
The
where you
recycling arrow.
right next to the green arrow pointing to the right. That recycling, kind of like a recycle arrow.
Green arrow pointing to the right?
On your
What?
left hand left. Oh, you don't see it because you're not here anymore.
Right.
So you won't be able to see it. So
Man.
next one,
Okay.
skipping the school. If you don't want to sit through the tutorial, you can click the quit school button to go straight to the overworld and begin playing normally. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Skipping
Ah.
school.
No, we're not
Okay.
skipping school.
Oh, we're
You want?
not. X.
Yeah,
And
I
the
guess so,
skipping
yeah.
school is like the arrow pointing to the right.
Wait, I still don't see an arrow pointing to the
You
right.
don't see it because it was on top, you know, the very first one where you were like, oh, click that arrow with or click that book that has like a line around it. And you were like, oh, I guess
Mm-hmm.
you cannot click it or something like that. Yeah, that's where it was.
Oh, okay. I see it up there. Reset school.
Yeah.
Reset school, quit school.
Uh-huh. Exit tutorial, yes.
Yes, go and exit tutorial.
All right. Read school tutorial, the team reward. Should I do that?
Um,
It has a green
yeah, I don't
check
know.
mark.
Yeah, I guess we just are automatically earn it. I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't wanna. Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and hit the
So
little red
close.
X. Yeah.
Okay.
So next quest, item and recipe searching. Learn to use JEI. Now this one you should be a little familiar with. So when you
So
click that,
the
mod,
task.
uh, well, read the thing first before you hit the check mark.
Oh. Okay,
Go
fine.
ahead and read it. Read it out loud.
Modded Minecraft has a lot of new blocks and items, so it's hard to remember all the crafting recipes. Luckily, the mod, just enough items, will help make that easier! Exclamation mark. On the right side of the inventory is a list of every block and item in the mod pack. Hovering over one and hitting R will show you its recipe, and hitting U, like unit U, will show what recipes use it.
Yeah. So R is recipe, U is for uses.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah,
At the
yeah.
bottom of the inventory is a search bar where you can type in the name of an item to filter the item list. You can double click the search bar to search for that item in your inventory. Period.
All right. So you can hit the green check mark, and it looks like it's going to take us through some more pictures here.
Oh my goodness. Just enough items.
So
Can we
mod.
just play now?
No, you
Jeez.
need to learn how to play.
I know how to play.
Uh-huh.
What? Alright. You
So
read it.
mods add a lot of new blocks and items to the game. So remembering how to craft them all can be hard. That's where the mod just enough items comes in. JEI is the mod that adds the list of items to the right of the inventory. Next,
Hmm.
you can filter
Let's
the list
see.
by typing the name of the item in the center search bar.
Oh, makes
Next,
sense.
hovering over an item will show the item's name, as well as what mod it's from. Yep.
Oh, I see. Oh,
Click on an item or hover over it and hit R to see how to make it. You can also right click the item or hover over it and hit U to see what recipes use it. I did not know about the right click. I've never known about that. I would just always hit U.
The what?
And I've always just hit U to see what uses it.
Mm.
You can change these keys in the controls menu, obviously, so you can change the keybinds.
I see. I see.
Certain recipes can accept a type of item rather than a single specific item. This is called OR dictionary. So JEI is not limited to showing only crafting recipes. You can also see what you get from...
Sorry,
Oh,
you didn't
what?
tell me we're going next.
Oh, okay. Next.
Okay, thank you.
So JEI is not limited to showing only crafting recipes. You can also see what you get from smelting, drops from animals, the location of ores, and much more.
Okay.
So next, if you have all the items you need to craft an item, if you have all the items you need to craft an item, you can hit the plus button to automatically move them to the proper slots in the crafting grid.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you open up like a crafting table and then you search for something down there, you see that plus button?
Yeah.
If you hit that, it'll move everything. If you have it in your inventory, it'll move it all up into there in the correct position. Next, you can hover over an item and hit A to bookmark it, pinning it to the left of the inventory until you unpin it by hitting A again. You can click the button at the bottom left to hide bookmarks. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Are you sure?
It does. Yes.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of
Okay.
me? I'm not a noob.
Not a noob. Oh my
10 out of-
goodness. Okay, so 10 out of 10. So you can double click the search bar down there and it's going to turn it yellow. And then it's going to kind of like highlight any items that you search for. So if you type in, you know, like if you double click down there, type in ore, it's going to kind of like gray out anything that doesn't have the word ore in it, and it'll highlight everything that does have the word ore.
I see, I see.
All right. So we can close out of that.
So X.
Yeah. So next, storage. There's lots of mods that allow you to store items easily. Alright, so our task is to enter the storage room. So I think we finally get to go do some things now. So, oh, we even got little arrows on the ground, indicating where to go. Follow the arrows on the ground. Oh, you can't even go into the other places, they're blocked off. Oh, that's fancy. So we're gonna go into the storage room. So once you enter it, looks like some things pop up here. General storage. Open the different tiers of iron chests and storage chests. Oh, so the little arrows go away once you open it. That's cool. So iron chest is, you know, like a medium-sized chest. The diamond is a lot bigger. And then your small storage crate and your large storage crate. So something to notice about the large storage crate, when you open it, you see kind of like the bottom right corner of the storage crate, there's a little arrow that points to the right.
Oh, that's an extra?
Yeah, it's a whole nother tab. So going on storage drawers here. This is pretty cool, mousing over it until it finishes. So storage drawers. What's cool about these guys is they're kind of like bulk storage.
Oh, I see.
So like the big one, you can store, I think something like 16 stacks or 64 stacks. So 64 times 64 is like 2048 or something like that. And then the next one over is a little 1x2, which means you can store, I think, like 16 and 16 or 32 and 32. I think it's 32 and 32. And then the next one over, the compacting one, that one you can only store one item in there, but it will compact it. So if you put in like iron, it'll give you the iron ingot, the iron nuggets, and the iron blocks. So next we have refined storage. So the grid allows you to access items that are stored in disks, which themselves are stored in disk drives. So think of this like a computer. So you should have just got like a little 1K storage disk. Now what that means is you can store 1,000 items on that little disk.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. Let's take a look at our quest book here real quick. Digital storage. Refined storage allows you to store a massive amount of a variety of items. Items are stored in disks, which themselves are stored in disk drives. You can access items in disks by opening the grid. Instead of being limited by the amount of slots an inventory has, digitally stored items only depend on the size of the disk used. The last quest gave you a storage disk. Open the disk drive and insert the storage disk, and then open the grid and take out the water bucket inside. So, what we're going to do, go ahead and close out of your quest book. You're going to right click on the disk drive, so the bottom left machine. So think of this as kind of like a server. So you can put what is that, 8? You can put 8 disk drives in there, in that middle section.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and put that up there. That little 1K storage disk.
Oh.
So put that up there and that
I'm watching you so I can see you.
Oh, are you watching my stream?
The doy.
The doy. Okay. So then once you do that, you can close out of that, and then you're going to click on the computer looking like thing, that top one. So this is going to be like your inventory, or where you access all your items. So essentially what you want to do as we're playing, you know, most mod packs are like this. You'll make storage disks, and they come in like 1K, 4K, let's see, 4K, 16, 64, so up to 64K. So that means you can put 64,000 items on one of those disks. So you have 8 slots, put in, you know, 8 64K. That's a lot of items you can put in the system.
Yeah.
And that's just with one storage drive. You can put multiple storage drives. And then the way to access all those items is by clicking on the grid, or right-clicking on the grid.
Crafting grid?
Yep. So I believe our quest wants us to take out that water bucket, so you can click on it and take it out. Alright, so now let's take a look at our quest here.
It's completed.
It is completed. So next is fluid storage. So, like there are mods that add ways to store items, there are also mods that add ways to store fluids. Blocks to store fluids usually have the word tank in the name, so you can just search for tank in JEI to find them all. The portable tank has multiple tiers, which allows them to store more fluid. You can move fluids from a bucket to a tank and vice versa, just by right-clicking the bucket on the tank. So what we need to do, take the water bucket from the refined storage system and then empty it into one of the tanks by right-clicking on it.
So which one?
Pick. Doesn't matter whichever one you want to do.
Okay. I'm right-click. Okay.
Alright. So the black hole tank is like pretty much infinite storage. The portable tank here, I think just the basic one, holds like 16 buckets. I want to say. Let me see. Holds 20 buckets. So 20,000 millibuckets, 20,000 MB millibuckets. That's 20 buckets. Each bucket is 1,000 millibuckets. Okay, so next quest. Let's see, let's open up our quest book. Introduction to automation. We're going to learn how to automate some things.
Woo.
So simply storing items and fluids is not enough to properly automate. You have to move them around automatically. Ooh. The simplest way to move things around is ducts. Items are moved through item ducts and fluids are moved through fluid ducts. Servos are used to pull from blocks, and item fluids will automatically go into the nearest block that can store them. So, enter the automation room. So you're going to follow your arrows again. And we're going to go into the...
Oh, I need to exit the
technology and automation room. So this is where stuff starts to get kind of fun, learning how to automate. Open the storage crate on the left and take out some dirt and each one of the ores. Tip, you can use scroll wheel while hovering over an item, and you can push from a block to your inventory and vice versa, and scroll down to pull. So open up that chest on the left, and you see all the dirt there?
Yes. Okay,
so scroll up on one of those. It's going to put it down into your inventory.
Just one piece.
Yep, I mean if you keep scrolling, more will go down.
Boom, 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 boom.
And if you scroll down, it's going to take it back up into there. Yeah, now, if you mouse down to your inventory and scroll down, it's going to pull it from the chest into your inventory. So scrolling down pulls it from the opposite inventory.
Mm.
And scrolling up pushes it to the opposite inventory.
I see.
You see?
Yeah.
Okay. Open the storage crate on the left and take out some dirt and one of each of the ores. Okay. So one of each ore we can do.
Boom. Oh, oops. Boom. Boom.
Filters allow you to set what is and isn't allowed to enter a block from pipes.
Huh?
Right-click the ores only filter and set it to whitelist by clicking the triangle button in the bottom left. Then put the ores into the slots at the top. So we're going to go over to our ores only chest. And you're going to right-click on the little blue thing just attached to the top of the chest. That's the little servo.
Right click or left?
Right. Now in the bottom left, do you see that black triangle? It says blacklist.
Yeah.
Go ahead and click that and we're going to whitelist.
Okay.
So whitelist means only the items that we put in this filter can go through. Blacklist means everything but those items can go through.
All the
Perfect.
entities need-
Bless you.
Thank you. Excuse me. Okay.
So go ahead and put the ores up there after you've made it a whitelist. You should have the 3 ores up there.
Okay.
Right click the dirt only filter and place the dirt in one of the slots at the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and do that.
How do you do it? Right click on the and place the dirt on top.
Yep, so you're gonna right click on the blue thing above the dirt only filter, or the dirt only chest, and put dirt up there, and it should already be set to whitelist. Okay, so now right click on the general stuff filter and set it to blacklist by clicking the triangle button on the left, and put the ores and the dirt into the slots at the top. So you're gonna set blacklist, and we're gonna put all 4 items up in there. So now, you should have got like a little wrench, crescent hammer.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay, so flip the lever on the servo and watch the items be pulled out of the crate. Okay, so the blue things above the chest, those are filters, right? So they filter what can go into the chest. The orange thing is a servo. It's pulling items from the chest.
Pulling items from
From the chest. Yep, it's gonna pull items from this leftmost chest. And it's gonna put
those 3 blue ones.
Yep, so the blue ones filter what can go into them. So like the very far right one, we said only the ores can go into there. And then the middle one, only dirt can go in there. And then the general stuff, we said everything but ores and dirt can go in here.
Yeah.
So the next thing is flip the lever to turn on the servo. So go ahead and flip it. And we should see items
I knew that.
being pulled out. And you should be able to like see where they all go.
Ooh, look at that.
Pretty fancy.
Look at that science.
Let's take a look at our quest book here. Let's see what's next.
Filtering.
So, yeah, I think it's actually fluid transfer, right?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Fluid transfer. Correct.
Okay. So fluid transfer. Like item ducts move items, fluid ducts move fluids. Oh, imagine that. Portable tanks can be set to automatically output to the block underneath. Use the crescent hammer on the top portable tank to make it move the water to the tank beneath it. You can set servos to function when they don't have a redstone signal by opening it and pressing the redstone dust button on the right. Do this here and set the servo to either ignore redstone or low, which means no signal. Okay, so it wants us to move water to the other tank. So we're gonna take our hammer.
Okay.
And I believe we're gonna right click the top tank. And that will allow it to push down to the bottom tank. You can set servos to work without a redstone signal by opening its GUI and pressing the redstone button at the top right. There you can choose between ignoring redstone, only working without redstone, and only working with redstone. So what we're going to do, you're going to right click on the servo. We're going to click the little redstone button up in the top right.
Redstone. Oh, yeah. Redstone.
Yep. And then we're going to click the ignored button. There you go. So So what that means is you don't need to have a lever or something like that to activate it. Ignored means it was just gonna go all the time.
Oh, I see. Okay. And that's for the redstone only.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And then what next?
So next, you should have got a coal generator and 64 coal, right?
Yes.
Let's see what our quest book. So let's go to quests real quick so we can take a look at that.
Making energy.
Use a coal generator. So you're gonna click on that guy. So most
Okay.
technology mods use RF. So RF is electricity in Minecraft. The generators are machines that make RF. The coal generators use furnace fuel such as coal to generate RF. So place the coal generator down on the block of iron and give it some coal to allow it to generate RF.
Mhm.
And place it down on the iron block.
Got it.
Then we're going to right click it and throw our coal in there. So now, if you're still in the right click menu, you should see over on the left kind of like a bar going up. That's how much energy is in this generator at this time. So right now I've got like 18,000, 19,000 energy in there. Let's take a look at our next quest. So while you can technically get away with having generators directly next to your machines, it's not the best idea. Flux ducts and other power cables allow you to connect generators to machines at a distance. Place the flux ducts down on the wall. So think of flux ducts as like your cable, your wire. It's going to allow you to move energy wherever you need. So next quest, using energy. So generators make energy, but you also have to use it. There are plenty of machines that use RF to perform a variety of functions. The Redstone Furnace in particular uses RF to smelt items. So it's
What?
kind of like a powered furnace, Redstone
Excuse
Furnace.
me?
So you don't have to use coal to smelt items, you can use RF. Place the Redstone Furnace on the block of lapis lazuli and use it to smelt pulverized iron. So, we'll grab our Redstone Furnace that we should have gotten.
Okay.
I will slap it right there on that blue block. Now you should be able to see while mousing over it, you should be able to see a red bar kind of growing. Right?
Yes.
So if you mouse over
right.
it up there at the top of your screen. Okay.
Yeah.
So this particular block can only accept 20,000 RF.
RF.
Yep. Okay, so go ahead and right click on it.
Okay.
And you can see your energy buffer again over there on the left. 20,000 out of 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
So let's put up those two little pulverized iron up into the blue slot. That blue slot is your input slot.
Okay.
So it should slowly give us two
Iron
iron
ingots.
ingots. Yeah.
So take the iron ingot.
Yep,
Out.
go ahead and take those out.
Oh, what is this energy cell?
Oh, let's look into our quest book and see. So storing energy. I'll let you read this one.
It's because it's long.
What? I don't know. I don't know about that.
Energy cells store RF. It's best to have them between your generators and machines so that machines have a buffer of energy they can use. Sneak right click the crescent hammer on the middle flux duct block to break it. And then place the energy cell down instead. Open the energy cell and click the blue gear button on the right to configure it. There, you can choose which sides are input and which sides are output. Click on the face to toggle between input, blue, output, red, and neither, yellow. You can hold sneak and left click on the front face to set them all off. Set this one so that it inputs from the generator and outputs towards the redstone furnace. Shut
Okay.
up.
So I know that was quite a bit to read there, and we'll kind of go over it slowly.
Yeah, that's why you made me read it. So, yeah.
Okay, so grab your hammer. Actually,
Okay.
I think it says right here too. Replace the flux duct with energy cell. Sneak right-click the flux duct with the crescent hammer to remove it. Read the quest to learn how to configure an input. Okay, so you got your hammer out.
Yes, I do.
Hold down left shift, and then you're gonna right-click that middle flux duct,
Okay.
and it should
Okay.
pop it right out.
Yeah, it did.
Alrighty, so now we're gonna select our energy cell, and we're gonna plop it right down in that spot.
Boom.
Okay, so now right click the energy cell. So this guy can hold 50
25?
million
Oh.
RF. So what the 25,000 is right there, that's how much energy can be input and output at once. What we needed to do for the quest is set the input and output on the sides. So how we're going to do that, over on the right, there's a little gear, blue gear. You can see the sides here. So the way that these sides work, the middle one is the front of the item, whatever you're looking at.
Uh-huh.
The bottom right, that very bottom right is the back. And then the sides are the sides. So the top is the top, left, right, bottom, you know, so on and so forth. So the middle is the front, the very bottom right is the back, and then you have your different sides.
Okay.
So orange was output. So that means energy is going out that side, and blue is input, meaning energy is coming in. And I think yellow means nothing. Neither, yeah. So we needed energy coming in from the left, right? Because that's where the generator's at. And going out to the right, that's where the furnace is at. So to do that, we already have blue on the left. That's good. That's accepting energy. On the right, go ahead and click that right box. That should turn it orange. So now, if you close out of that, and you walk around to the side, you should see that the side of that energy cell is orange now. Next quest. Upgrading machines. Most technology mods allow you to upgrade their machines. Thermal expansion does this through machine tiers and augments. Upgrade thermal expansion machines by right-clicking them with upgrade or conversion kits, upgrading their tier. This allows them to use more energy, which makes them work faster. You can further enhance them by installing augments. The higher the tier, the more augments can be installed. Open the machine's GUI and press the button at the top right, and you can insert augments into those slots. First, we want to upgrade the furnace by right-clicking the conversion kit on it. You gotta right-click on the furnace. Okay, so now you can right-click on the machine. We have a new option. It's gonna be that little green box up in the top right, and it says augmentation if you hover over it. That green augmentation box. You got that open?
Oh. Okay, yeah, I just did.
Okay, so we should also have 4 augments in our inventory. Auxiliary reception coils. So what this does is it augments our processing speed. So if we hold shift on it.
Hold shift
while mousing over it.
Boom.
So it's going to increase our maximum power usage, and it's going to additional energy is required per operation. So that means it's going to use more energy, but also increase our energy storage and make whatever it's doing go faster, because different machines do different things. So this one will just make smelting faster, but it's going to use more energy. So go ahead and take those 4 augment. Oh, you already did it?
Yeah.
So now our buffer, instead of 20,000 RF, is 300,000 RF.
Let me see. Yeah, nice. Cool.
Alright, so now, I'm assuming it probably wants us to smelt that iron, but let's take a look at our quest book real quick. Yeah, once the redstone furnace is fully upgraded, smelt the pulverized iron and watch how much faster it is. So go ahead and smelt that iron. Boom, 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 boom.
And put it here, bada bim, bada boom. Boom, boom, boom. Got my iron ingot.
Yay.
That was fast.
I know, right? Oh boy. Astral Sorcery. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a whole lot about this mod. I keep meaning to get around and learning it. So this is helping me out too right here. So Astral Sorcery, yeah. So let's go to the Astral Sorcery. Yeah, is that what it says to go to?
Yeah.
Enter the Astral Sorcery area. So what this mod is it's kind of like a Starlight magic mod. This section has less in-world information. You'll have to rely on the quests and use JEI. Okay. Okay. So floating crystals can only be found in... Okay, do you see the pictures there on the wall? Okay, floating crystals can only be found in ancient shrines, which spawn in mountainous areas. Dig into their basements and find the floating crystal. So once you dig in, you'll find this floating thing, this floating crystal here. So let's check out our quest here. So using Starlight. So a lot of the recipes in this mod require Starlight in addition to items. When you're just getting started, the only way to use Starlight is to place a regular crafting table near a floating crystal. The resonating wand is used to activate Astral Sorcery blocks. While holding it and running around the overworld, you can also see a location of rock crystal ore that spawns underground. Place the crafting table on the wool block near the floating crystal, craft the resonating wand in it. You can see the resonating wand's recipe by searching for it in JEI or by clicking the resonating wand in the tasks section of this menu. Let's place down our crafting table. So go ahead and place the crafting table down.
Oh, over where?
On the wool block there. Right in front of the little crafting table picture.
Oh, okay.
And now you should see like a little beam of starlight coming down from that floating crystal. Now we need to make the wand. So to make that wand, let's look up wand in JEI. So we're going to look at resonating wand. So 2 marble, 2 aquamarine, and an ender pearl. Plus starlight. I like how it says plus starlight there. That must be kind of new. I've never seen that before.
Resonating wand?
Resonating wand. Yep. Should be that very first one. What we want to do, we'll come over here, right click on our crafting table, and we're going to make that. Go up in your JEI, click on resonating wand. Hit that little plus button to move.
Just did it.
And now you can grab your wand out.
Yo-hoo.
Alright, so next, collecting starlight. I'll let you read this one.
Let me do my quest book. Collecting starlight. The luminous crafting table allows you to get starlight just from being able to see the night sky, though it will also be powered by a floating crystal if one is available. To craft items with the luminous crafting table, you have to give it the items as usual, and it must have access to an amount of starlight depending on the recipe. If the luminous crafting table has the items and starlight required, right-click it with a resonating wand to craft the item.
Alrighty. Go over to our crafting table.
Yes.
And we're going to look up luminous crafting table.
Luminous crafting table. Boom, boom, boom.
So we'll move everything over. We'll grab it out. Your vision expands. You learned more about exploration. Oh. So we'll place down our luminous crafting table right there where it wants us to.
Okay.
And now, next quest is craft items with starlight. Illumination powder is just one of many items you can make with starlight. You can place it down anywhere and will act as a light source, and it doesn't take up block space. Place the luminous crafting table on the quartz block and craft illumination powder according to its crafting recipe. So, you can right click on the luminous crafting table now, and it's going to act just like the crafting table over to the left. So you can go find what we need to find, illumination powder. So you should be able to hit the little plus button to move items over.
Okay.
Now the only difference with the illumination crafting table and a normal crafting table is you can't just pull it out. So what you have to do, close out of the crafting window after your items are placed. You're going to take your wand and you're going to right click and smack it. And we should see a nice little starlight animation over the top of it. And now we got our illumination powder, except it seems to have just disappeared right away. That's the gist of
Can we? Yeah.
Astral Sorcery.
Play tomorrow.
Yep, so we'll probably call it right here. I think all that's left is Botania. So we'll finish that off tomorrow. And then we'll actually get into the game and start playing some. So thanks for watching, folks. I'm Mr. C, and I was joined today by Mrs. C.
Mrs. C, aka. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Okay.
Well, you just did, so. Thanks for watching, folks. Join us again tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.